As you can tell from the title, I have completed the third decade of my life. Sounds crazy to me. Last to last month, I celebrated my 30th birthday. We went bowling, tried some amazing new varieties of food. Nothing too fancy, but I really enjoyed my day. And did I tell you the most special thing? I published my first ever YouTube video. After months and months of planning, shooting, learning, I finally went live. And this was the most precious gift I could have ever given myself. As I spent my day, I came to realize that a lot has changed. My daily habits, the kind of things I enjoy, what I aspire and dream of, and all of these looked so different from when I entered my 20s. So I thought of writing down some of my best learnings so far. As I wrote down the script, I realized that this might turn into a very long video. So here's part 1 of the 30 things that I swear by as I enter my 30s. Over time, I realized that it's so important to enjoy your own company before anyone else's. Initially, I used to feel lonely when I was alone, but now it's just the most freeing feeling. I began to enjoy things like going for walks alone, listening to good music, indulging in a nice book, and that made me fall in love with solitude. Most of us spend all our waking hours on either our work or studies. While these things are super important, it's always a good idea to recharge and rejuvenate yourself from time to time with things that bring you joy. Whether you are a creative person, a fitness enthusiast, or a sports lover, spend some time of your everyday or weekends on your interests. And this is how I started developing myself and enjoying my own company. I never really understood the concept of being alone until I tasted what it felt like. And today, I can't do without it. Of late, after hours of being around people, I started to feel burnt out and antisocial. So now, spending some time just with myself has become crucial to recharge myself physically and emotionally. Not completely there myself, but now I often realize when I build too many expectations. And when I do, I try to take a step back. 99% of the time, the outcome of expectations is disappointment. Because no one can really know what you want. I wanted to start YouTube 4 years ago, but I did it only last month. Goes without saying, I undervalued my potential. And moving forward, I'm going to try my best not to do this. Because if you never try, you'll never know what you're worth. I was a big fan of luxury cars in my early 20s. and I tell everybody that I'll get my own when I earn enough. And recently, someone asked me mockingly, "What happened to your car dream?" I hesitated for a bit, but I realized that I didn't want it anymore. It didn't hold the same value it used to. The point I'm trying to make is that it's okay to change your views. You don't have to stick to something you said 5 years ago just because you feel you have an image to uphold. A very common phrase, but until recently, it never felt so right. I started realizing that the more I hoarded, the less I owned. Instead, those things started owning and controlling me. While I am not a minimalist by any means, I have learned to be content with what I have. Organizing things and maintaining a clean aesthetic around me always realigns me when I'm feeling chaotic or anxious. Being able to put things in order outside also puts me in order inside. In the last couple of years, I learned that my peace of mind is more precious than anything else. Putting up with drama and negativity for moments of acceptance and validation is never worth it. There was a time when I felt left behind. Social media told me that everybody was having such a good time in their lives. So, as I moved to a new city, I felt the pressure to make new friends and get my life to look happening. But I quickly realized that this is not how I wanted things to be. I have a few very good friends, and I learned that being in touch with them, even if it's long distance, brings way more value than making new friends just for the sake of it. There are a lot of quotes on working smart, not hard. But we often devise ways for not working in the name of smart work. Smart work is important, but when starting from scratch, hard work is indispensable. So try not to skip it because hard work can even beat talent. Let's be honest. How long does motivation last? Motivation comes and goes, and relying on it made me base the progress of my dreams at its mercy. So I started focusing more on discipline for getting something done than motivation. Even if I need to feel motivated to do a task, I actively seek motivation rather than waiting for it. We often wait to invest till we have enough. I did pretty much the same. But I learned that investing even 100 rupees every month starting today is better than waiting to be able to put in 1,000 or 10,000. So start investing that 100 or 1,000 that you have today, and you'll thank yourself later. I have been eating clean home food for a very long time now. But when I recently went for a complete health checkup, the results showed that I was deficient in so many aspects. And that was an eye-opener that I didn't focus enough on eating healthy food that would provide the nutrition my body needed. On a lighter note, I have learned to really enjoy the food I eat. I eat more mindfully, but I don't shy away from treating myself to some soul-filling dessert from time to time. And that's a wrap, guys. Those were some of the things that I learned in my 20s and would take along to my 30s. If you liked or related to these 15 life lessons, do check out the part 2 of this video that's coming up soon. To get notified about it, consider subscribing and joining our small community where we share views on slow and intentional living. Until next time, take care and I'll see you soon.